Hey everyone, it's Mendes here with part 0 of Wonderbook, Book of Spells. This is kind of an interesting choice. This is a PlayStation 3 game that uses PS Move, based on the Harry Potter franchise, and you can see me in the background. Oh man, hi! Yep, this is going to be one of them Facecam LPs, I think. So, this came out, I think, at the beginning of December or so. And at the time I didn't have PlayStation Move. I actually went out this morning and got PlayStation Move. So this is actually the first PlayStation Move game I will ever have played. And it's actually the first time I've ever used a PlayStation Move myself. So this is kind of interesting. And here is the main menu. Alright, well, yeah, apparently there's no way of getting back to the start screen for the main menu, which is why I've had to reset the game a couple times. So let us go ahead and play some Wonderbook, Book of Spells. So this is based on the Harry Potter franchise, and of course you can connect your Pottermore account. I'm actually going to do that real quick. Why not? So this is going to... Oh, wow, okay. Did you want to combine your account? Sure, and then it goes on to something completely unrelated. Great. So now I get to select my wand. Serum Dragon Heartstring, 13.5 inches. Ebony and Phoenix Feather, 12 inches. Poplar and Unicorn's Hair, 10.5. They don't have pineapples. You cannot use pineapples as your wand. That is a bit unfortunate, I think. I think that's something that this game really needs in a DLC update. But let's go with the Sea Dart and Dragon Heartstring one. I don't really think that it makes that much difference. But we'll see. Whoa, hello. Okay, that's kind of neat, except for the fact that it's going through my hand. Or whatever. And we even get to choose our own house, so... Wait, is this going to connect to a Pottermore account or not? I guess not. I guess I've chosen not to connect my accounts to Pottermore, but oh well. Let us go with... you know what, let's go with either Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff. Those are the most... unrepresented houses. Let's go with Ravenclaw. Those tend to be the most unrepresented houses in terms of people, because most people go with Gryffindor or Slytherin. So let's go with Ravenclaw. Alright, take your wizard photo. Oh, this is terrifying. It wants to take my picture, it does. I'm gonna pick my nose with my wand, I think. Press move button to start recording. That's what wants to record me doing. Let's put that right up in there. There we go, and scratch that itch that I had this morning. Is this doing something? Oh, okay. Of course, being a wizard photo, it naturally has to be moving. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. Oh man, you can see me! Hi guys! I don't really want to do a facecam LP, but okay.
Hello there. You know, Hogwarts students shouldn't be in the restricted section of the library without a note. You're lucky I'm just a professor. If the librarian caught you... Oh, you've already picked up a book, I see, but... Hang on a minute. It's covered in dust. You must be the first student in years to pick it up. Where in the library did you find this? Ah, looks like
kind of came
got
with the game.
Post. Let's see now.
Okay. So they just let the owls fly around Hogwarts, happily. Then okay. Didn't know that. Can I pick that up somehow? Yeah. Apparently, I'm Wingardium Leviosa in my.
Is given permission to collect a copy of the Book of Spells from the restricted section. From the restricted section? How on earth did you get permission for this? Oh, a Ravenclaw,
Who's that signed by?
I suppose you know what you're doing. Come on then, let's have a look at it. Brush that dust off the cover. That's it, keep going.
Okay. Wow, this is an incredibly dusty book.
Just yet. Close your book and leave it face up for a moment.
There we go. I'm doing things that you tell me to do.
Brush off all the dust. Try it a wee bit more.
It's freaking dust. My hands are covering up the thing so that it's not recognising it as a book anymore.
Wait a moment. Is this? Yes. This is the Book of Spells by Miranda Goshawk. I mean, this isn't your standard Book of Spells. It's very old. But after all, you did get permission. It's just...
shiny.
Well, Miranda Goshawk was a powerful witch, and sometimes magic in old spellbooks can be a bit unpredictable. Oh, but we've got your magical education to think about. I'll be here to guide you while you read the book. After all, it could contain rare charms or dangerous jinxes or all kinds of exciting stuff. Go on,
then. Open it yet?
Open it up to the fur.
Open it up to the fur? I don't know what the fur is, but I'm going to open it to page 8.
We'd better start with the first page, so you don't go jinxing your ears off. Show me page... Ready to begin. First, let's make sure your wand is in fine shape.
It seems to have decent motion tracking on the...
Now, a spellbook like this can help you with all sorts of enchantments. See that glowing spot on the page? Point your wand at it, then press the T button. Got your wand? Point it down at the book, so the tip is pointing at the page. That's it, now pull the T button.
This is really awkward to hold, but okay, hang on, let's try doing it like this. T!
Here we are. We're going to practice this nice snap of the wrist. It's a sharp flick of your wand like this. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Wow, it looks like your wand is
first
ready
spell.
to go. Time to show me some real wand work. Just give your wand a good, sharp flick of the wrist. Oh, that's it. Very good. Right, keep flicking now. You don't need to
Can I use this to kill people?
With a spell like this. Just flick. Flick out some more sparks. Make sure you've got the hang of it. Yes, you've definitely got the hang of it.
Sparks!
Let's move on, shall we? You can cancel activities at any time by holding the circle button. So do that now. Good, now hold it. That's it, now hold it.
Okay. Back to the
like
book!
Your wand work is up to scratch. Let's move on. There you go. Now let's see what our esteemed author Miranda Goshawk had to say in her foreword.
I was born into a poor family, the last of 9 sisters. When I was a youngster, there was no basic spell book to give a beginner witch like myself the clear and simple instructions that would have made magic a much less mysterious process. I struggle to understand the complicated instructions in the old-fashioned textbooks I was given at school. Back at home, I was at the mercy of my older sister's mischievous attempts to give me the wrong incantation for every spell I attempted. Hand-me-down robes are merely embarrassing. Hand-me-down spells can be dangerous. When I grew up, I quickly realized that the help I had craved simply did not exist. And so, I created the book you are holding now. The Book of Spells. I could not be prouder that this simple school textbook is now being used in schools for magic all over the world, and has been translated into 72 languages, including Gobbledygook and Murmish. I also had a few special editions printed for my dear sisters, which unfortunately contained a few misprints that led to quite a few comical mishaps. But Romilda's
she killed the sisters.
Vanished now, and we're all friends again. The Book of Spells will enable you to perform a range of basic and not-so-basic spells that will enhance, protect, and enliven your life. At the end of each chapter...
Well, I think I accidentally skipped that.
Those characteristics and habits that make witches and wizards.
Putting the controller down now.
Each conundrum tells the story of a witch or wizard who did not possess the necessary traits and paid the price. Names have been changed to protect the inadequate. The solution to all the conundrums can be found when you have mastered every spell in this book. But by that time, you may not need the solution at all. Good luck, stay safe, and make good magic.
I gotta say, this game is one of those games that's going to give me very few opportunities to actually talk.
You uncover the collectible. That will go into the collectibles chapter in your spellbook. Later on, you can visit the chapter to see all the things you've collected. But for now, let's move on. Now we've got 2 magical spots on the book. Every page of the Book of Spells has spots like these. See that new spot on the right-hand page? Use your wand to pull it up out of the book, and we can read what spells we have in store in Chapter 1. Or you can try testing out your wand again by pulling up the picture on the left-hand page. It's up to you.
Okay. Question, why is Piglet from Winnie the Pooh kind of hanging from a tree? Oh, well, okay, whatever. This game is clearly going to destroy my childhood. Oh well.
When you read the Book of Spells, you can use your wand to move the words back and forth.
Try reading it, huh?
Point your wand at the words at the top of the screen, then hold the T button and slide them to the left.
Oh. That's useful?
It. Whenever you're reading, you can use your wand to skip ahead or go back. Point with your wand again and slide the words to the right to go back.
Why left for forward and right for back?
Work. You can also stop reading at any time by holding the circle button.
Fair enough. It should be the other way around.
We'll learn 4 spells ideal for developing your wand skills. Each new spell is sure to be useful throughout your wizarding career, whether you're making objects fly or lighting your way in dark places.
Good work reading that, guy.
Practice hard, and you'll soon be ready to take on this chapter's final test, and will be on your way to becoming an accomplished witch or wizard.
That is our goal. That is our destiny. It is our destiny to take exams.
Good work.
Hell yeah. Is that everything?
There we are. See there in the bottom corner? Your spellbook can't wait to move on. That means you've finished everything on this page, so turn over when you're ready.
Hooray! How do I turn... Oh wait, I have to turn over by actually turning over. Fair enough. Yeah, it came with an actual book that's pretty...
The Levitation
bulky.
Charm. Aha, starting with the basics. This one always comes in handy. Right, first we'll learn a bit about the spell. Then, when you're ready, you'll learn to cast it. Now, you don't read this spell book like a muggle textbook. To read your book, you point your wand at any words that are glowing on the page, and then just press the T button.
Okay then.
The Levitation Charm is one of the first spells learnt by any young witch or wizard.
This seems a lot less efficient than
with the charm,
Muggle textbooks.
A witch or wizard can make things fly with the flick of a wand. The charm is an excellent test of your magical skill, wand control, and above all, patience.
I hope things around my room don't go flying. That would be terrible.
There you have it. For every spell you learn, you'll first get a description of the spell from the author. Oh, look! There's more to find out about the spell. Looks like Miranda Gosshog also put a wizarding story about the Levitation Charm into her book. Pull up the glowing picture with your wand to read the story, or just turn the page. Looks like we're going to hear a tale about this spell. Ready? It's up to you. Do you want to read the story now or later? Use your wand to choose. Point at one of the tabs. Hold the T button, then slide the tab out.
Okay, well, I guess we might as well.
Ah, that's the move button. That button's just for spell casting.
Sorry.
Point your wand at the now or skip tab. Then hold the T button and slide the tab out to the... Oh, well done.
That took long enough.
The Levitation Charm was invented in 1544 by Warlock Jarlath Hobart.
Well, I'm not going to get to say anything for a while.
Who mistakenly believed that he had at last succeeded in doing what wizard kind had so far failed to do, and learnt to fly. Hobart invited a large crowd of wizards, including the chief warlock of the Wizengamot, to witness his maiden flight.
He can fly!
On the 16th of July, 1544, Hobart climbed onto the roof of the local church.
He can't fly.
And after several speeches and a rousing performance of the... it seems your spell book is testing you. There's a word missing from the story.
What?
Point your wand at one of the tabs on the side of the book. Then hold the T button and slide the tab out.
How can he be testing me? I don't know this.
Ah, yes. After a rousing performance of the national anthem, he leapt into midair.
Okay.
At first, Hobart appeared to have succeeded.
Then he died.
He hung in mid-air for nearly 3 minutes, until the crowd grew impatient to see him move somewhere.
Seeing someone fly is just not enough for these people.
In response to their catcalls, Hobart began to perform vigorous swimming movements, which had no effect. Mistakenly believing that he was being hampered by his heavy boots and... oh, another missing word. Jarlath's going to throw something away, but what? Point at one of those 2 words.
Yes, he's going to throw his beard away.
The tab out.
That makes total sense, right?
He was being hampered by his heavy robes. He took them off and tossed them away. Upon removal of these items, Hobart dropped 10 feet, and it became painfully clear to those watching from below that far from weighing him down, they had been helping to keep him airborne.
So next he took off his pants.
Infuriated by the increasing laughter of the onlookers, Hobart continued to strip.
Please, no more.
Until finally, on removal of his... oh dear, what do you think he removed next?
His false teeth!
No, that doesn't seem right.
No, it does seem right.
No, that's not how it goes.
Yeah, I think I know this. I think I know how the story goes.
No.
Yeah.
That's not the right word.
Yes, it is. He removed his false teeth.
No, that's not how the story goes.
Pretty sure it was false teeth.
Interesting, but no. Better try the
other
tab.
I understand where you're coming from, voice.
Oh, too quick. You need to hold down the T button.
I understand exactly where... Shut up. I understand where you're coming from, but it's definitely his false teeth.
No.
Yes.
That's not the
right
it
word. Was. I was there.
No,
I think I know.
How the story goes.
I was there.
Interesting, but no.
I was there when he was flying. I was one of the ones laughing at him. Fine. Let's go with the false version of the story.
He plummeted to the earth, completely naked.
Totally ruined a good story.
Breaking 16 bones and earning himself a fine for what the chief warlock described as outrageous silliness. Humiliated, Hobart returned home and continued his work. He eventually realized that he had invented a spell that would lift objects into the air and could cause them to hover for varying lengths of time, depending on their weight and the skill of the spellcaster. Small animals,
Fly, Piggy!
Even children might be levitated, but once airborne, they had no control over their direction of movement.
Fly, Piggy!
Hobart consequently made a second announcement, and another, even larger crowd assembled to watch his new demonstration, hoping for another hearty laugh at his expense. The new demonstration was initially much more successful than the first. Hobart showed the onlookers how he could lift a variety of objects, ranging from small rocks all the way up to... what else could this spell levitate? Pull out one of the tabs.
Passing trolls!
I don't think so.
I do think so. Excuse me, if you use Wingardium Leviosa on a troll, it would freaking fly.
That definitely wasn't right.
Yes, Dude, what is wrong with you? I was there. He lifted a passing troll. Oh,
that's it. He could lift fallen trees.
It was a good day. There was false teeth and trolls. And you're going to ruin that.
Unfortunately, the cheers of the crowd went to Hobart's head, and he decided for a finale to levitate the chief's hat. Oh, too quick. You need to hold down the T button.
Whee! Fly hat!
It was only then that he, and indeed the crowd, realised that the chief wore a wig.
So the chief had them all executed.
Hobart only survived the resulting duel by levitating the chief's robes over his head and running for it.
I'm the only survivor at the end. Yep, curtains closed just like that. There were curtains there. I remember this. I was there. Don't know if I've mentioned that before.
Now, some spells in the book will have wizarding stories to go with them, left especially by Miranda. I mean, our esteemed author. This spellbook has some powerful magic indeed. Time for you to do some magic of your own. I think you're ready to learn to cast this spell. Wander already and turn the page to learn it.
Thank God, finally. Let's learn this spell.
One of the book's pictures has got a bit out of control. Just try brushing those feathers away with your hand.
Okay. That's covering up the QR code so we can't read it, dang it. Ah! Words! Go away, words. Wingardium Leviosa! That's how you pronounce it.
The magic words for the levitation charm are Wingardium Leviosa. Be sure to make the gar nice and long. Say the incantation nice and clearly.
Wingardium Leviosa.
3, 2, 1.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Very nice.
That works. I'm gonna go with whatever works.
That's the incantation learnt. Now time for the wand gesture you must make to cast the spell. Pull the gesture diagram up from the page.
That's the gesture diagram, okay.
This spell is
it swish and
all
flicker?
in the wrist.
Swish and flicker.
Keep your wand hand loose and perform a nice, smooth swish and flick movement. This is it. To cast a spell, you trace the gesture shape while holding the move button on your controller. Hold down the move button, trace the shape, then let go.
Hold down the move button, trace the shape. There we go.
Nice. Let's see that gesture again, but drawn from memory this time. That's it. See that symbol in the corner? That means you've cast the spell.
Let's see it, but drawn from memory. Here it is on the screen.
Or make the gesture again. You can keep using this spell till you cast another. Now, with the levitation charm, you point your wand at an object, then hold the T button to levitate it. That's the spell, all right. Now just point and press the T button.
Swish and flicker.
Oh, here we go. Try levitating that jar.
I'm breaking
point
things.
At it and hold the T button.
I'm breaking... Eyeball. Ugh. Eyeballs all over me. Terrifying. What do you want me to do?
Ugh. Must you?
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. That literally doing nothing. What do you want me to do now, game? I know you want me to levitate something,
With this spell, just point your wand down at the jar. Then hold the T button to begin levitating it.
God, it's like way too close.
I knew it would come to this. Ugh. Must you?
I can't target it.
I knew it would come to this.
There we go.
Ugh. Must
I
you?
don't get what I'm
Try
doing
levitating
here.
it again. Have a play around.
Okay, gotta levitate this jar. Let us see what we can do.
You're doing well. Now try landing the jar safely back on the book. Put the jar safely... Well done.
I did exactly the same thing I did before.
You need to safely land the jar to move on. Just very steady wand work.
I have landed the jar. You need to land the jar in order to move on.
You're
what?
doing well. Now try landing the jar. Very steady wand work there. Put the jar safely back down on the book so we can move on. You need to safely land the jar to move on.
I've landed the jar.
Release the T button. Excellent levitation skills.
Will that do? No? You want it like... Do you want it in the middle of the book?
You need to safely land the jar
there.
To move on. Just well done. Now try levitating it again. This time, see how high you can get it before dropping it. You need to safely land the jar to move on. Just release the T button when you're ready.
I don't see how to get it any higher. Oh, there we go.
Safely back down on the book so we can move on.
Come over here. Back down. Be careful, jar. I don't want to smash you. I have eyeballs everywhere. No. A bit to the right. To the right. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. There we go. There we go. That'll do.
Well done. Now try levitating it again. This time, see how high you can get it.
I have done! I just did that! Oh my god, look, it's above my head.
So we can move on.
Wow,
you need
amazing.
To safely land the jar to move on.
Yeah, if I safely land the jar, you'll tell me to freaking levitate again. There, it's landed.
Very steady wand work there.
Oh my god, voice, tell me what to do.
Put the jar safely back down on the book so we can move on. You need to safely land the jar. Excellent levitation skills.
Is that it? No? We're still not done, okay. Now
You're
I know.
Doing well. Now try landing the jar safely back on the book. You need to safely
now that,
land the jar.
The Harry Potter books are all
Just
over.
Release the T button when you're ready.
J.K. Rowling's kind of been in this phase where...
Oh, smashed again. Well, let's move on for now. You can come back and try the activity again if you want to learn a bit more.
I succeeded at that activity, voice. You're the one that failed. You are very much the one that failed there. I refuse to accept that was my failure. What are we doing? What, you say we're moving on. What are we moving on to? You want me to turn the page? I can turn the page. Let's not actually turn the page. Let's have a talk for a little while. Because I know that J.K. Rowling has kind of been this phase recently, where now that all 7 books are out, all 7 movies are out, she kind of still has all this backstory and history of the wizarding world kind of in her head, and she's trying to essentially bring more of it to people. And that has kind of resulted in things like Pottermore and things like this game. And Pottermore, people actually told me to LP Pottermore when it first came out. And I don't think people realise that Pottermore's not really a game. It's more of a companion to rereading the books. And because of that, you can't really LP it. Now, with this game, I was hoping this would actually kind of be more of a game than Pottermore is, so that I could actually, have a little bit of fun with it. But it turns out that it is not. Fortunately, I kind of got this game a little bit cheaply, so I was able to try it out. But could I recommend this game to anybody? Certainly not. We will probably be ending off pretty soon and never making another video of the series again. Just because it's not really a game. On its own, this would be kind of interesting. But in terms of being a fun game, not really. I don't know.
You've learnt your first spell. Now it's time for a practice exercise conjured by your book. I'll be awarding house points, so do your best. Let's find out what challenge Miranda Goshawk has set you. Point your wand at the glowing illustration
piglets.
And pull it up.
Okie dokie. Also, it's just weird how this works.
Now it's time to practice your new charm and learn to levitate with confidence.
I shall levitate.
Luckily, this spellbook holds a number of powerful enchantments which allow it to provide a safe space for spell practice.
Okay.
Your book's going to conjure up a practice space. Here we go.
Which apparently is in Professor Sprout's greenhouse.
Ah, a herbology greenhouse. Those plants are mandrakes. I'd know them anywhere. A perfect chance to put your levitation to the test. Levitate the mandrakes out of the ground and into those pots over there.
I think in general...
You'll need to cast the levitation charm again for this exercise.
Rah!
Now these mandrakes
Close
are
enough.
Fragile, so you'd better levitate them up out of the ground and over into the pot.
I think in general a
Point
large
your
part
wand
of the
at a
problem
mandrake
is that...
and levitate him up out of the ground. Just aim your wand, then hold the T button to cast the spell.
Yeah, okay. I think a large part of the problem is that it's just not... This whole aiming thing with the move controller doesn't work. it just... It's difficult for me to tell whether to move the controller to the right or left.
Now just point and press the T button.
I think it's partly to do
if you
with
point
the
your
camera
wand
being
forward,
mirrored.
You should see a circle moving
Which
around.
obviously makes
they're
sense.
Stubborn. Hold the T button
But
and give him a
just...
good tug.
Alright, come on, get up.
That's it. Well, he's woken up. I'll magically muffle him with a spell.
Aren't I supposed to be
That's
wearing
it.
earmuffs for this?
Right. Drop this little fellow into the right-sized pot.
What's the right-sized pot? How do I grab you?
Good. Whoa! Lost control of your levitation there. Never mind. Just pick him up again.
Alright, left. And then, I don't know where.
That's it. Release the T button to drop him. Now
What's the
just
right-sized
release
pot?
the T button to drop him. Oh, no. That mandrake's too big for that pot. Put him in one of the largest pots. That's it.
Fair enough.
Release the T button to pop him in.
Whatever you say, game.
Done. this mandrake can settle into his new home. You need to repot all the mandrakes to complete the exercise.
I don't know why so many of these
That's
games...
It. Well, he's woken up. I'll
involve
mandrake
potting
him with a spell.
That's one of the most important parts of the game,
That's
obviously.
It. Release the T button to drop him.
Oh no! Now I have to re-find how to... That was
That's
glitchy,
it.
okay.
Well, he's woken up. I'll magically muffle him with a spell.
Is this the one that goes in here?
Looks like that mandrake's too big to fit in that pot. Try one of the larger pots. That's it.
He looks a bit smaller than the previous one. And that is why I thought, maybe...
He dropped it. Be careful.
What is going on
Good
with the
job.
move controller? The
Ugly
aiming is
blighters, aren't they?
terrible.
That's it. Release the T button to drop him. Release the T button to pop him in.
Like, I don't think I've messed anything up with
Excellent.
calibration.
Nice
Obviously, this is the first time I've actually really used move properly myself. Fortunately, I didn't just get it for this game, so that's a plus. Alright, come on, out of the ground.
That's it.
You're going to the medium one. Yes, you are. Get up and get down.
Release the T button to pop him in.
Can I throw him in? Alright, let's see if we can throw him in.
That's it.
Let's see if this is something we can do. Come on, up. Drop him in from really high.
Release the T button to drop him.
And there we go. Fall in.
Excellent.
Success.
Nice work.
I'm doing my best to make this interesting, but it really isn't. And up we come.
Well done.
Tiny Mandrake. Mandrake baby. You
Now
are going
just
in
release
here.
the T button to drop him.
Yay!
All safely repotted.
That was so much fun.
Spectacular levitation in there, I must say.
Was that
Activity complete. Time to see how well you did. Here's a note recording your progress in this lesson. Let's see here. Well done indeed. You've mastered your first spell. And to prove it, here's a wizarding photograph, recording one of your moments of magic. Good work. Not the most elegant display of levitation. A couple of bruised mandrakes there, but a good job nonetheless. 5 house points.
Really? That was passable? Alright.
Miranda
I thought that was pretty
Gossop's
elegant.
left behind a little more information on this spell. If you'd like to read it, pull up the note, or you can just turn the page.
There are many variations of spells. Oh my god.
There are many variations of this spell. The hover charm, the rocket charm, and the floating charm, to name but a few. But this remains the original and best.
Wingardium Leviosa!
This charm ought not to be seen as a joke spell. It can be most useful in duels and can lift physical obstacles. And can even levitate small creatures, though this is likely to confuse any poor animal and is certainly not to be encouraged.
Wingardium Leviosa! Ah, what do Wingardium Leviosa you? Ah, he disappeared. He
Look
despawned.
at that. Wingardium Leviosa, eh? Your first spell lesson complete. Now, are you ready to move on to your next spell?
No, I'm
Return
casting
here
Wingardium
whenever you
Leviosa
like.
repeatedly.
So turn the page to move on.
Apparently chapter 1 has 4 spells. I don't know how many spells the actual whole game has. But I'm certain that this game would be kind of interesting. What's the next one? The water making spell. Alright, let's not do that.
Water making spell. A useful one.
I'm kind of impressed with the motion tracking in terms of the book and the wand, but less... I think it's just the concept
Oh, that
of having
spell
something
won't
in front
help
of
you
you
here. Tap the circle button
and having to
stop
aim at it while
then
looking at
have a
something
look at
else
your
just
book.
does not work. It outright does not work. I don't know... It's... I think it's just the general concept of this game that's pretty... doesn't work for me, at least. It may work for other people, and that is fantastic. If you like what you've seen, then great. Go out and purchase this game. But as far as being interesting, I think no. So that is all for this part 0 of the Book of Spells, which is upside down. Great. The Book of Spells by Miranda Goshawk. Why actually is it?
You've made a start on this chapter, but
Oh, it's
there's
because it's
more to
mirrored,
do.
obviously.
Open your book.
So that is going to be the end of part 0 of Book of Spells,
Open
Miranda
your book.
Goshawk.
There's things
Let's
left to
never
do in this
speak of this
chapter.
again. See you guys. From here. I mean, it's not like we've been seeing messages that say, Bunny, Bunny, oh, Magic Bunny.